What is up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to Phillies Post Game Live. Today we are breaking down the Phillies season opening win 9-5 over the Oakland Athletics. We're breaking down our top reactions. We're talking player of the game, and we're going to grade today's performance. I got my main man. He is Coyle at Ruzzer24. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Everyone knows an ant can't pull a rubber tree plant. We got high hopes this year. We got high hopes.
Love it, love it, love it. Breaking news here. The Philadelphia Phillies have just announced that World Series tickets are now available for purchase. Everybody go get your World Series tickets right now because the Phillies are 1-0. It wasn't perfect. A lot of positives, some negatives, but way more positives. Let's start breaking it down. I think the top story of the day here begins and ends with Aaron Nola. Let's break it down. Aaron Nola, first inning, was throwing strikes, getting ahead of the count. First two groundouts, forced two groundouts. He had a K on an amazing breaking ball. His breaking ball and two-seamer were outstanding for the majority of the outing. Sure enough, man, it was just death taxes and Aaron Nola serving up a two-out homer there later in this game. And typical Nola inning where he struck out the side but gave up a home run. And sure enough, the kind of what was that? I think it was the sixth or seventh. No, it was the seventh inning. The seventh inning where everything just absolutely fell apart for Aaron Nola. What was your take on Aaron Nola's performance?
I mean, he looked absolutely incredible except for one pitch through six. I mean, he was all over the plate, different changing speeds, adjusting speeds. You know, just he looked like the Aaron Nola through six innings that can be the best Aaron Nola through six innings that can possibly be, and then he turned into Aaron Nola of the seventh inning, coming seventh. But through six, he looked absolutely unhittable. Like I said, just one bad pitch, maybe two bad pitches, but they didn't get a hold of one through six innings, and he just was throwing a great game.
His stuff was nasty, man. His stuff was nasty up until through the sixth inning. The dude was painting it on the black with his two-seamer. His breaking ball was outstanding, and then it just as soon as Nola starts tiring, man, this is kind of that's the same old Aaron Nola here, where as soon as he starts showing signs of tiring, you gotta pull him, man. You gotta pull him because he becomes a completely different pitcher. So you look at kind of Aaron Nola's outing here: 6 innings, 4 earned runs, 7 Ks, 2 home runs, getting bit by the home run yet again. And there were positives. There were definitely positive from Aaron Nola. One being he had a lot of ground outs, through 6. Like the majority, if he wasn't striking out a guy, he was forcing a lot of ground outs, which you love to see. But that 2-out home run in that 6th inning that gave you flashbacks of that Aaron Nola last year, that home run bug, man. That home run bug is real for Aaron Nola. But overall, his stuff is so legit.
But you look at this team though with him, and I don't necessarily mind it this year. Like if he's given up, if it's a 1 home run, a 2 home run game, but he's only given up, max 3 runs. We're not going to have an issue putting up runs, and I think we're going to get into that in a little bit of what this team can actually do with the bats that we have, but I don't mind him giving up that solo home run. We were kind of talking a little bit earlier today about how last year he gave up that 0-2, led the league in having 2 strikes and giving up a home run on that. Where I don't think this year it's going to hurt him as much as it did last year, but it's still something that we kind of got to keep an eye on and see what maybe there's some things some coaching can do to kind of get him through. Not doing that as much as last year, but
yeah, I'm not gonna freak out. You look at kind of Aaron Nola last year. He only had 14 starts of 6 or more innings last year. That was his lowest mark since 2016. His ground ball rate last year was his worst, and we saw a lot of it this year. So some good, some bad. I'm not gonna overreact to Aaron Nola's performance here. I like the movement I saw from his breaking ball. I thought he relied way too much on his fastball last year. So that is also a good sign. But let's roll on to the offense. That's kind of where the bread and butter is here for the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies offense put up 11 hits, 9 RBIs, 5 walks. They had a home run by Kyle Schwarber there in the first inning. And let's start off literally leading off with Kyle Schwarber with that leadoff home run. He finished 2 of 4, 2 RBIs, a walk. What was your take on Kyle Schwarber and this general Phillies offense, man?
I love Kyle Schwarber.
Fun,
I may or may not have picked him in some of the bets that we have kind of going on the side. So I'm all about Kyle Schwarber. Just him being able to come in first at bat after a signing and just hitting a bomb. You saw that stadium absolutely erupt. I think the last time we saw that was when Bryce Harper hit his first home run.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it felt like with that. And it was just so awesome to see, his first at bat as a Philly, and he's just crushing a ball, just absolutely crushing a ball. And then just to have a game, like he had an absolute game, 2 RBIs, like you said, 2 hits, hitting when you need to hit, putting up runs, which is something we struggled with last year. That this year, like I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this year and then see what this lineup can do. And then just going down the lineup, guys were just making hits. Making hits when they need to make hits. Runs being scored in, breaking down. Did you want to go into a little bit of a breakdown of the inning by inning, or do you want to go through player by player?
We could do anything. We could do the little breakdown. You look at kind of the Phillies offense here. Obviously, we talked about Kyle Schwarber just golfing a low fastball into right field for a leadoff home run. Rhys Hoskins, goes with the pitch and got a couple base knocks there in this game. But in the first inning, that's a great sign when you see Rhys Hoskins kind of go with the pitch and get a base hit, especially to start out. You had that amazing third inning that gave me vibes of World Series Philly baseball when bang, like you go to take a piss, you come back, you got a four spot in the third inning, man. It's great. That is exciting baseball. That is really exciting that you can have a lineup that can put up runs in a hurry like that, right?
Yeah, I want to say the Hoskins hitting at opposite field, I think, is something that is so much a very much underrated thing. With him being able to just throw a bat out, not having to hit for power. I mean, he's going to hit for power, but him being able to just have the ability to be like, you know what? I don't necessarily need to put up runs right now. Let me just put this ball out here, get on base, and let the guys behind me do some work by putting me on moving. I think we're going to see just some fun baseball where it's not going to be just power hitting, not just going to be, guys hitting home runs left and right. You may be seeing guys moving and then followed by clearing the base home run. Let's put some more guys on the base. Let's clear them out. I'm super excited about this.
Isn't that the take? Like before we get into the third inning, isn't that the take where you have 11 hits in this game? You have legit 4 guys in your lineup that can hit 30 dingers in a year. Yep. And you only had 1 home run. You only had 1 home run in this entire game, and you put up 9 runs. That's incredibly exciting. That's incredibly exciting to wrap your head around. So third inning, you had a Kyle Schwarber walk that led to a JT Realmuto base knock to right. You had first and third with 1 out. Bryce Harper rips a double to left, scores Schwarber. Rhys Hoskins rips a 2-run single. In the third inning, I love to see the Phillies be aggressive on the base paths. They were getting guys in scoring position. And then you saw, Didi rips a base hit and scores Rhys Hoskins, man. All I can say is it's just so refreshing that, you're watching this legit lineup after watching the year after year of the D-bags of John Maybury and Nick Williams and Dominic Brown. This lineup is absolutely top to bottom legit. Just a ton of fun. So then you go into kind of Frankie Montas, just really kind of settle in there. Muniz, yeah. Settle down in innings 4 through 5. Bryson Stott ripped a liner there in, I think, in that 4 or 5 inning range. And then you kind of got into that 7th inning where momentum really shifted in this game. It really shifted My man Bryson Stott got, thrown in trial by fire. He had a couple of tough plays at third base. The Phillies, we obviously talked about Aaron Nola, but gave up 4 runs there in that 7th inning. And sure enough, the Phillies bullpen comes in and kind of closes things down, led by my man, Sir Anthony Dominguez, comes in for 1 inning and just kind of goes bang, 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 7 innings, inning over, 8th inning over. And then the newbie, Corey Neville, comes in for 1 inning, 2 Ks, and shuts things down. Almost the new bridge to Lidge. Gotta love that. So where do you want to go from here? Let's talk about Bryson Stott. Let's talk a little bit about Bryson Stott, man. I love the way he responded. That was a really tough inning defensively in that 7th inning. And sure enough, we get to the 8th, and he has a really nice play. What did he do there in that 8th inning? Bryson Stott.
He had a base hit or a double. He had a double with a
double down the left field line. It was like a bloop double down the left field line. Just I love the way he responded. He had a really nice kind of tough groundouts there, not groundouts, but defensive plays there at third base in that 8th inning, I believe. So it was a nice response. From the young kid.
And I don't even mind the errors. Like they were extremely tough plays that were happening. And then from there, like you said, he responded. Not only did he respond,
my bad.
Not only did he respond defensively with the back-to-back throwouts, but with the bat, showing that he's that short mind or he's that short thing, and that showed to me, he's ready to play. He's ready to be here. He's ready to kind of step up into a role, and show us what he's got. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the kid.
Yeah. Bryson Stott finished 2 of 4 in the game. I had an RBI and a run scored, man. Just an overall very strong performance from Bryson Stott. Let's roll into player of the game, man. Who's your player of the game?
My man, Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just he literally set the tone of the game on his first at bat as a Philadelphia Philly. It's kind of an easy one to pick. First home run, got me the lead in a bet. I can only go with it. That's my player of the game.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I'm leaning either between Rhys Hoskins. I love seeing him go to the opposite side of the field a couple times in this game. But I got to go to the bullpen. I mean, this game, at one point, the entire momentum was on the side of the Oakland Athletics. Brad Hand comes in. He gives up a hit, but he also strikes out a guy. His stuff is all over the place. Sir Anthony Dominguez, glad to see him back in pinstripes, man. Again, 1 inning, and Corey Neville, another inning. Those 3 guys there kind of shut it down when things were a little bleak. I love to see the Phillies respond. So I'm going to give the player of the game to the Phillies bullpen, man. Overall, that was a game that could have easily been lost last year. Like that was like the prototypical game the Phillies lose last year, and they shut it down. So
when's the last time that you gave the Phillies bullpen player of the game?
Yeah, I mean that's
2008.
Yeah, I mean that's why I didn't go like bats, because like I expect that the Phillies better be a top 5 team offensively all year long. They have to be. What you need is the arms and the defense to be average, and they can survive. So I was really impressed with how things kind of quickly fell apart there in the 7th inning from Aaron Nola, and the bullpen. Familia kind of looked a little shaky, to be honest, but Hand, Dominguez, Neville, they came through. I'm giving them kind of my general player of the game. The bullpen. That's what we need. That's what we need. The Phillies want any hopes of making the playoffs. That is it. How would you grade today's performance, man?
After watching last year, seeing the bullpen shut things down, and the bat showing up like I thought they would, I'm going to go A, just because we know what Nola is what Nola is. Girardi needs to keep that a little bit under lock, but I'm gonna go with an A. Bat showed up when they needed to. Team responded when it needed to, and arm showed up at the end of the game. So A.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit less. I'll go like a B plus, in that B plus range. It was an A for excitement.
Yeah,
it was an A for excitement.
It's opening
like,
day.
I was really. I mean, that was just a fun game. Little scary there in the 7th inning, but for real, like that was a lot of excitement. A lot of reasons to be excited. You know, Bryson Stott's legit.
Yeah,
that kid is absolutely legit. He'll clean it up there at third base. Those were a couple of tough plays for sure.
He hasn't, and also he hasn't seen balls. You know, like he hasn't seen balls coming up bats like that. You know, that's something you're going to learn. You're going to get as you're seeing it, and you kind of saw it in the later. It didn't affect him.
Yeah.
You know, if he would have gotten the yips on like a little bit of a ball coming at him later in the game, then there'd be a little bit concerned. But boom, getting back to back, he's like, it's baseball.
Yeah,
getting over there.
So I'm gonna settle at a B plus. I'll settle at a B plus. You look at this lineup. You know, everyone had a hit other than Matt Verling, who absolutely tore the ball. I think in that first or second inning. So obviously, this Phillies offense is legit. But what was so impressive about this Phillies offense was how they didn't get it done by the deep ball. They did it by being aggressive on the base pass, timely hits. It was impressive, man. They had great Didi, Schwarber, Hoskins had a couple 2-out RBIs. It was a good baseball game. It was a good baseball game.
And even talking about Verling with not having a hit today, we have guys who sacrifice flies, and that was something that we struggled with last year. That was such a just being able to move a runner, or just being able to like put a runner in. And you look at this lineup and you just have guys that are like we talked about earlier, next man up, or the next guy's going to move me, or it's going to move me. So it was a pop fly to, it was either right field, left field, I can't remember, and a guy scores on it. So like just have that ability where we're getting runs off of like things like that. I'm so excited to watch like good baseball this year that like it doesn't get any better. Like I'm like actually excited to watch Phillies baseball, and it not being like, hey, we're gonna have like a great 5 innings and then I can't watch a game. So let's do it. Let's go, Phils. Let's go.
Yeah, love it, man. All right, man. Where can we find you, man? Let's wrap it up.
Twitter, Rose24. That's me. Got nothing going on.
All right, guys. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you love the Philadelphia Phillies. My man Coyle at Ruzzer24 for Coyle, for myself. Stay awesome, everyone.